Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This video is just a small cooking session with Unique, aka Robbie, also Homestar Boy, Ikazu, Emop, and the High Priest. Hope everybody's done amazing, take care of themselves as always. So during this cooking session, maybe feeling the need to express myself a little bit. Casually making some great soup, and I'm gonna make a little bit of ground beef, which is plant-based. I had a really weird, bro was absolutely right. A few days ago, I had a hot dog, and I just was a little curious, because pause, of course, but at the same time, I was out, you got them stands, New York, and it'd be fire. I'm not gonna lie, some of them be good, but I honestly, I told the guy, cook it, burn it. They don't do that. They don't listen. They don't. And he told me, "Yo, go back. It's raining. Go back." Blah blah blah. I should just stand it on my 10 toes. And like, I'm not leaving until you get the message. I want my food to be fully cooked. And he gave me like some half-ish cooked hot dog, and I'm like biting it. I'm hungry. So it's like, I'm like, all right, it's not that bad. It's cooked, but it could be a little better. Tell me why. I go home and I feel some shit crawling on my skin. I'm like, this motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I had a little moment where I'm like, dang, I have consumed parasites. Man, so I had to really like detox my body a lot. Probably drink some great tea. And also, hopefully we have a full recovery. Shit was actually really weird and really scary. And it turns out that dude who watches my content also, great spiritualist. He speaks out, public speaker. I'm pretty sure he know who he is. I don't have the name on the top of my noggin right now. But he was like, he told me, he said, yo, you know that feeling that you get like something's crawling on you? And you look around, and in my mind, I'm like, this nigga know what the hell I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, and all meats and stuff like that, all meats, terrible, bad. You're not supposed to really eat them because of the vibration that it carries behind it, such and such. As long as you make sure they're fully well cooked and understand not everybody's on that type of growth, not everybody's on that type of like, I want to do this right now. You don't have to. I went back to eating some regular chicken, but I don't OD though. I don't do that because like, I just feel like the vegan way is just a little bit. It's a little bit more better. It's a little bit not more sketchy. At least you know what you're getting. You know what you're putting in. And technically, I just feel a lot healthier. I feel a lot more where I want to do things. I don't feel sluggish. I don't want to sit down and be lazy after eating a Philly cheesesteak. Philly cheesesteak is great. Chopped cheese, bomb. It ain't got plenty more. I just can't think about them right now. But yeah. So I was kind of like, I was like weirded out. I'm like, ew. I knew I shouldn't eat that nasty ass hot dog. Like, ooh. Anyway, we have a nice ass meteor shower today, and I'll be definitely checking it out. Hopefully everything goes smooth. I'm looking forward to seeing some stars shoot across the skyline. Hopefully, and just have like a little good time. One of my boys currently are going through the aftermath of the session, and I just wanted to, shout out one of the boys for going through, some pretty hard times right now, pretty hard times in lifetimes. And if that's actually, hold on, I've been chatting for a little minute. Just give me 1 second. Oh god, I thought I messed it up in the video. I guess it's still rolling. I'm making scrambled egg. I'm gonna throw 2 pickles in there because I'm feeling a little bit picklicious today. 1 sec. I'm not no demon. I'm not no demon. Not by a demon. I actually heard that song this morning, and I had a good laugh. It was okay. Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys for, oh my god, that looks so nasty, bro. I can't stand to eat this bumbaras. Ooh. Oh my God, I can't stand to eat this bone roast. It's like that little white part, that little nasty ass fucking deserted ass sperm part in the egg. I gotta like scoop that mug out. That shit is just. It's like, yo, what are you on, bro? That shit is just like, yo, like, what the hell? Hold on. We're gonna be taking some butter, throwing the butter in the pan. Woo! This is video footage of me whipping some eggs. There's a turtle on my foot, by the way, and it's very uncomfortable. I put a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, just to get the wonders flowing. You know, it's not super healthy, but today we're feeling a little pickleicious today, I guess. Maybe a little bit of that garlic. Garlic could probably do us a little bit of justice. I don't be overdoing. Ew. Just a little bit of that, a little bit of punch. Give it some flavor, man. Alright. So, yeah, basically, back to the story. We talk about the little parasite bullshit. I'm glad that shit's over with. I have not felt crazy or just like the weird itching on skin. That definitely was because I ate that half raw dog. And it kind of, I ain't gonna lie, it kind of made me just feel like I'll never do that mug again. Like, I'll never eat at another stand again, because like they kind of just like, they ruined that whole experience, like, for real. But no, I just thought about it, and then like, you know how like the ads be, bro, like, you know, TikTok going crazy, Instagram, YouTube, like, hey man, that shit is weird, bro. Shit is weird as hell. So I had actually, the Bomba Rost. Right. I'm seeing some more videos about cheating topics, people going through breakups, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And I just wanted to say, if y'all got somebody out there, I'm gonna show you how I got it done. You feel me? Oh, yeah, I know. I got a couple female, maybe one or two females out there who probably gonna watch this video. And I just want to say, don't blame me for protecting myself. That's weird, We're trying to protect myself, and I'm like, hey, I don't think you should pick up that sword and swing it at me, because I'm gonna protect myself, Some reason out there, some people, they still try. We can't save them all. But I started to realize, and I was like, yo, you still gonna pick up the sword? I'm trying to help you. Silly Billy. And it's like, they don't believe me, And I realized it was never about them believing me. I just had to believe in myself. I just had to be like, put my big boy pants on, and said, as much as I want you to make it to the top, as much as I want you to grow, as much as I want you to, sometimes in Call of Duty, in that hardcore mode, you're allowed to, shoot your friends and, get kicked off the team. I don't know why that just came up. So random, take that out. It kind of doesn't really fit the topic. Bad example. But basically, sometimes we don't really know who's who and why they do what they do. But we gotta grow. Let me see what this dog wants. 1 second, guys. Dog was complaining about something. I'm gonna flip this pot and I'm gonna get right back with you. So, and the best part about being me is I get to see things through real timing. It's like I don't need to have a booklet to tell you, yo, this is gonna happen. I just like the universe preps my table up and be like, you tried to tell him, you did your best, and I'm gonna put my best foot forward, and that's it. At least I'm not a revenge fool. Like, yo, I gotta retaliate because you didn't understand. Like, I don't care. Honestly, when I like somebody, I want them to grow. I don't want them to be dead forever. You know, I don't want them to be, oh, you didn't hit the golf in the pothole for the 400th time, you know. It may just show me like, hey, you're not paying attention, you're not listening, but I feel like I just have a good heart, I guess, you know, but I want you to hit in the pothole, you know. I still want to. It's whack. It's whack because like now through my experience, through like a regular, not even regular. I feel like I'm extraordinary and wavy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. But at the same time, it's like I don't like feeling bad about things that I had no control of, you know. I don't personally feel bad no more, but back then I was like, dang, like I'm seeing so much things that I could be teaching and showing and providing, and I'm like, but you know, you picked up the sword and you swung it at me when the enemy's over there, and you say you're on this team, but you're on that team, and you want to play both teams. I don't know, man. It wasn't making sense. The math wasn't mathing. But you had a good companion, you know, you had a good friend. And truth be told, yeah, some people are like that in this world. They don't know what they want. They don't understand why they do what they do. They got a demon attached to them. Yep. They got a demon attached to them. And that demon provided them information, provided them lies, provided that gossip, corrupted their mind, you know? Even got them in a bed a couple times, right? So once that happened, that energy transfer, you don't know who you are, right? You're filled with this rage, you're filled with this anger, you're filled with, I know best now, you know? And sometimes in life, they be too scared. They be too scared to admit that it's not about being wrong, but it's about to admit that, like, I moved on. In your psychological mind, when you move on, you should let somebody know that, you know? You should let somebody know, just not feeling it like that. Hey, it might hurt them in the moment, but it's not gonna hurt them as bad as you think it's gonna hurt them, because then they have a choice now. They know where they stand. Is, oh, this girl doesn't really want me. Maybe I'm allowed to move on, maybe I'm not, but playing with somebody's mind, confusing them, and just playing games, right? All of that shit gotta go back to you. All of that. Yep. So I'm gonna tell you guys, hold on one second. I just put more butter in the pot. So basically, honestly, man, if you don't want to like really, you know, get your hands too dirty, fortunately it does happen because somebody's playing with your emotions sometimes. You know, these hands slip. These hands are bipolar, right? These hands are transgenders and gender related. It's not for everybody. Some people out there, they do that. So I'm gonna let you know another way, right? We got a crazy person, right, who don't want to figure them shit out. Honestly, I wouldn't say like curse them or do some type of weird hexing, spiritual, blah blah blah, but make them put it on God. You feel me? Yeah, get real crazy with it, you know? Sometimes when you had enough of that bullshit, you know, you had enough of the boop bop boop bop bop, and you're not getting nowhere. You're not seeing no progress, and it just You can talk for hours and hours and convince a person. But if they don't want to learn, if they don't want to accept what you're saying or whatever, make them stand on it. Make them stand on, yo, all right, bet. You didn't do that? Put it on God. Tell God to strike me down right now. Make them shake on it. Make them shake on it. Yeah, yup. And then you know what I did? I was like, yo, you know what? Everybody around you gonna get it too. Everybody who played a part in it, everybody gonna get it, man. Yeah, yup. And guess who did it? Not me. That person. Yup. So every single person that person want to be around, evolve, and play games with, and this and that, I intentionally made them put it on God. I said, yo, so if this didn't happen, right, and you so right, and you don't want to be wrong, I don't got time to argue with you back and forth. I'm gonna be like, all right, bet. Strike them down, Tell God right now, anybody around you right now, if I'm lying, strike them down and make them shake on it, So after they shook on it, they throw all these games and blah, 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 right? They had a dream that they cut their hand and it was bleeding because we made a pact. We made a deal. We shook on it. Yup. And we brung God into this too. Yup. So guess what? It's not going to get no better for a little minute. I don't know how long, but that sometimes you just got to get like that. It's better to, think outside the box a little bit before you use these bisexual hands, Sometimes using your hands is not always the right way how to go about things. We know that. Play a sport, play a bet, do something else, be creative. If it comes down to it, you defend yourself, protect yourself. But 9 times out of 10, we got a strong heart, man. We got a strong heart. A lot of people out there like, I don't want to give up. I don't want to do that. Sometimes they do it for love. Sometimes they don't even understand themselves, bro. They don't understand themselves. They know deep down, yeah, there was a bond, there was a connection. We had great times, But when that other person is involved and, they're taking from you and they're doing weird things behind your back, it's like, yo, you want to believe, you can't go to a liar and convince a liar. That's what I had to learn. Like, I'm trying to convince the liar that I'm telling the truth, which is weird. I said, and then they showed me that directly in my face, like, hey, weirdly, just when they're ready to give up, they want to be disrespectful. And it's not, I'm letting you go. It's more, you're wrong. I'm like, how, Sway? From the moment, from the start to the point of the end, it was always the same thing. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, yep. This is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yep. Word. Welcome to the real world. Put it on God. Let's see how God play about me. So yeah, still kind of cooking. A little hot. I don't want to burn my food. As you can tell, the conversation was getting a little wavy. Besides that, man, I just say, right, where's the hope? Where is the love, After a while of healing, after a while of figuring myself out, after a while of, I was being prepared. I was being prepped, right? Meanwhile, the enemy was doing what they were doing in the background. And the whole time, I was sharpening my blade. Because if anybody's going to wield a sword and try to strike me down, I don't know. I might defend myself, if I'm in a really good mood, a really, really great mood. But, yeah, we tried loving and giving people chances and just trying to be a decent human being. To let people know, like, yo, I'm already sidekick. I mean, I'm already, like, tapped in. What else do you want, silly Billy? It's not like, oh my God, bro. Can you imagine God himself, the divine, the most high, place me in this person's life, right? Teach both of us a great lesson. I would never reject that learning, that just learning how to defend myself, learning how to speak up for myself when I needed to, and learning how to have a stronger, even greater backbone to be like, hey, I understand it, I get it. And that second relationship, that was the first one. The second relationship with the Sagittarius, it was healing. It was fun, it was healing. And it showed me why I need to sharpen that blade. And it made me realize that, it's not because of all women are bad people. No. They just have some women have somebody, right? And they don't know how to express that. They don't know how to tell that. They think it's the end of the world of just being corporal, just having a conversation to change the outcome of your future. How much that conversation can help and heal the relationship itself, and also give both of you time to grow. If you want to stay stuck, if you want to play silly games, if you want to hide behind the scenes, bro, it's not rocket science. It's just going to catch up to you. It's not rocket. I'm telling you, it's not that hard, bro. It's not. The bullshit is going to catch up to you in ways where you never imagined, because this is what you plan for someone else. Right. So, it's not rocket science, bro. But, hey, some people are still going to swing the sword and hit people that's trying to help them. Right. All right, let's get my food now. Okay, moral of the story. I know we're here, we're at this point, we're there at that point. But moral of the story is your life is not over, right? You're going to go through some hard times in life, obviously, because of, dumb actions and things like that, and learning and karmic lessons. And the beauty of being a spiritual being like me is to pinpoint and direct you into the right path or the right person. I don't technically have to do this. I could have technically did anything else in the world. But like I said before, because another person is suffering in silence and don't even know how to speak up for themselves, has no backbone, I would say, give them a fighting chance where probably has nothing to do with me at all, right? But give them a fighting chance, meaning just give them some encouragement to do better type shit. No one's perfect, but obviously when God sent me in your life, they wanted me to sit you down. They did, bro. They violated. To send somebody like me in your life and I have to humble you, it's crazy. Remember that date when I got that humble pie? Yeah. Oh God. And here she goes. People are explaining you to others like you are from a fantasy movie. Yeah, Meg. Yeah. Word. I hear you loud and clearly. I got that notification. Tap into Meg's lives. She does great readings, and she be on game all the time. That's why I'm saying it's not rocket science. Like, you guys want to make me cry, bro. Like, the amount of stress and things people go through, and when I tell them, they just don't listen. It's not my fault. I can't help everybody, but damn, bro. If I'm gonna stop explaining myself. Because I'm just tired. I'm gonna take a little break, man. I'm good. I did the healing work. You know, I did that shadow work. I overcame things. Another great tip for that second relationship, right? The Sag, she taught me like, yo, this is how people are gonna act when they about to cheat. This is how people are gonna act when they are cheating. You know what she did? I was playing Fortnite, chilling on the game. She said, who them people in that chat with you? I'm playing solos. And then I'm like, maybe I played with a group, like a random. And she's like, nah, you was playing a game with somebody. Who you playing a game with? I didn't realize she was going through so much aggression because of how she was treated in the past. She was going through so much anger because of what had happened to her. And I'm like, I'm dead serious. I'm like, yo, look at me. It's me, nigga. Like, it's me. I don't do none of that. I don't do none of that. We gonna go over this 1,000,000 times. I'm gonna show you on the clip. I'm gonna download the video, send that mug to you, and you can show me where I went wrong, because I honestly don't know where I went wrong. Took a good hour. I'm talking on the phone, explaining myself, giving them settle down a little, time traveler. Settle down. You know what? This ignorant person, right? Lovely lady, by the way. Lovely lady. Much love. But ignorant because she's been through something, you know? She can't control that. And that's that demon attached to her. That demon was still attached to her. So they give false narratives. Now they project the blame on you. So now you, delusional. So now you in the wrong, right? Just by being yourself. So that's when I learned, okay, I'm learning something from this experience right now. The reason why the past acted in certain ways, everything was illuminated through the divine, through that second relationship that I just had to experience for a little temporary moment. That was the divine way of showing me human interaction. Everything I said was correct. My intuition has been on point. I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm sharpening that blade. And I feel bad for the next person who come across me and think that they gonna have a chance, bro. I feel bad because I was waiting for you at the door. Yo, but I'm a great person. I ain't gonna violate. I ain't gonna do nothing stupid. I ain't gonna do none of that. Hey, if you seeing this video, rock out, man. We got a great ass meteor shower tonight. Shout out to that. The stars are about to align. Feeling great, feeling gravy. And like I said before, there is one person out there. Sometimes I'd be a little concerned. I'm not over, egotistical. I'm not prideful. I want you to do great. I want you to do better. But I'm also a human being. And, I can get angry sometimes when I think about it and be like, dang, like, after all of that explaining and, I can't even conversate with this person. I can't even tell them, like, yo, like, I can see you, I can see you. And, like, at the same time, not in a weird way, but it's like, I don't want you to hurt yourself, like it's just like, yo, I get it. It's over, moved on. But sometimes as a human being, it's like, is it really the end of the world? Is it like, you fell off the face of the world now? You can't get back. I have fallen and I can't get up. Like what? Like, you're so over dramatic. Come on. I known this when I was with you. I known this when I was not with you. I done figured you out to the teak. And that just shows how much a person can love somebody to try to go the distance to, help somebody. And I was not successful, right? Did I cry in the corner? Yeah, for a little bit. To be honest, I cried. I'm a human being, bro. We all go through it. That's what I'm saying, though. But when I was doing that and I didn't have no support, you was teaching me how to sharpen that blade. And that whole time is like, dang, like, I'm like, dang, like, you gonna force me to swing this blade, aren't you? You gonna force me. And hey, Uh, it wasn't that bad. I didn't hurt nobody. I ain't physically swing no blade, but it's just like, you know, what they call that, metaphorically speaking, there's a blade being sharpened by the Most High, and they gave that to me, and they said, yo, the person want to fuck around and find out. You swing that motherfucker, you fuck around, find out. Mute. But like I said, I'll be definitely sharing some updates here and there. I'm not a big fan of it over expressing, because I just feel like not really one person really values the information enough to even put in the comments like, I feel you, I understand you, thank you for, you know, being strong through them tough times. Like nobody cares enough to even ask me like, yo, like, why is he making these videos? Why is he doing this? So it's like, why am I explaining myself to you? You know? But for my actual love and support and my soul tribe, I love them motherfuckers. You know, I love them motherfuckers. They always on point. They actually got my back. They snap when they need to snap for me. And I respect that. But it's just like, not one person gonna like the video, not one person gonna comment. How long have I been doing this? I don't have to be here, for real. I can make the little bullshit TikToks, all of that. But I get it. It's for a bigger purpose. And somebody out there is going to see this video who's going to need this information. Somebody out there one day will understand why I act the way I do, because I have to. So, hold on, let me get this out. Honestly, kind of got a little sidetracked there, but everything's still cooking. I just turned the fire off for a little minute. I do want to show you guys the after results of just cooking in the kitchen and, you know, enjoying some food. But yeah, let's end this topic. The video has ran a little minute, has run its course. And it's just like, basically what I'm saying is like, I don't want to hold regret. I don't want to hold resentment in my heart, in my chest, because just from being spiritual, just from being aware of how bad this person is hurting, all I wanted to do, honestly, was just give him one more hug and just go about my business, because it's not going to get no better. They don't listen to nobody. They don't care. But first and foremost, let's take care of myself, you know? Let's do that, you know? I'm gonna have the respect and decency to, you know, separate and do what I need to do. Do some more healing, do some more chilling on the side. And let justice and do what it's supposed to do over there. But, like I said, I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't. Unfortunately, I do. I have this divine sword, and it's sharpened. Oh, it's sharp, baby. It's real sharp. So I held back, because I know how powerful my tongue can be. Sometimes my words may hurt some people, and I don't intentionally try to do it, but, bro, I'm an Aquarius. We can be very bold and bitter and straight to the point, and, you know, truth hurts a little bit. It does. But the moral of the story is do better, bro. Do better, bro, sis out there, because it's the only way to get you aligned, fam. It's the only way. Like I said, when you come across somebody like me, that's automatic divine timing. That's like, yo, like, that's how you know God is moving in your favor. That's how you know your day is about to get 1,000 times better. Because it's super rare, it's random, and it's like, wow. But yeah, there's people out there, bro. it's not just about my situation, but there's people out there who just suffering in silence, don't know how to have a backbone, don't know when is enough, you know. Like, you want to put yourself through the fire again and again and again. You don't understand, bro. That shit's not, it's not normal, bro. Shit's not really normal, bro. And when you realize it's not a normal thing to spiritually feel depleted, to always feel the lack of motivation, the lack of energy, the lack of power, what you could be creating with someone who has the best interest or just a healthy connection in general. You can do a lot more than settling for less. So when you grow some respect for yourself out there, sometimes it's hard. It's hard to let go of certain things that you love. I've been through that, understood it, got the t-shirt, and I'm a lot more better off, honestly, just saying, just you know, finding yourself again. You gotta recalibrate your, you know, them bodies and body parts and systems and chakras, right? And the longer you stay in that situation, not trying to force nobody to do nothing. I'm just trying to look out for the people who may want to hear this message. If it's too rough for you, click off the video. If it's too much to handle, click off the video. But I'm just saying, it will get better. It will get better. You'll be more wiser. You'll regain a part of, I don't know if it's like your spirituality, your higher self. Right. So people's higher self, when they're in these things for so long and don't know when is enough, you know? Your mind, your soul, it's just going to be separated into fragments. Each direction, different person, that person, this person, right? It's a very unpleasant feeling. It's a very, you know, just uncalled for, especially if someone who's a seer, a psychic, and have intuitive abilities. It's very, very disrespectful. And hopefully one day, you know, the avoidant will grow some balls and, you know, just realize it's not the end of the world, but a conversation may need to be had. This conversation may change the outlook on who you thought you were and what you are now. It's not the same person. You're growing each and every single day, mentally and spiritually. Yes. Coming across me activated that spiritual activation that was supposed to be needed through both of the AKA victims in my life. As I'm not going to be the victim. And that blade, I'm pretty sure that blade hurt like a motherfucker. So, and it's honestly, I'm not sharing full information because I still feel like I want to heal, you know? I still feel like I want to become even more greater. And why, like, motivate me, you know? Motivate me to get back on here and share more greatness with you guys. Nobody doing that, you know? Nobody telling me, like, in a comment or one like. I don't need the like, I don't need the one comment, but where are you people? I hear and see you guys every day chatting and venting about what I got going on, right? But I'm like, where is the love? Where is the one like? Where is the, you got this, bro. I appreciate you for, you know, being a bigger person, uplifting people even when times were tough. And trying, that's all you got to do. Try. You may fail sometimes, but if you're trying, you're guaranteed to win. That's all you need to know. Thank you guys for watching. I'm about to, let me just show you guys the aftermath. Okay. I was supposed to be making soup. I low-key fumbled. Big time. Noodles are way too stringy. I do not like my noodles. OD stringy. Ugh. But I might just make another one for I guess, you know, life doesn't always go as planned, does it? But you know what? I'm gonna throw this one out and I'm gonna make another one. It's that easy. It's not rocket science. I don't like it. I don't want it. Oh. Peace out.